Arnab Goswami on the Debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Century Ply, TVS Euro Grip and Goel TMT.
Great to see you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome. 1 year back, the lobby had gone berserk. They convinced the world that India was finished, that the India story was one of doom, gloom, and failure. They, Indians carrying an Indian passport, opportunists, went around the world saying India is a failed state. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes. This lobby also celebrated the COVID wave. They did. They saw COVID as a tool for political change. They saw forced migration and COVID casualties as an opportunity to use politically. By building a deeply negative narrative, by doing nothing to actually fight the challenges, but using every hardship this country faced and their countrymen faced to build their failing and faulty careers. At one point of time, and we must never forget this, viewers, as I always say, never forget, never forget. At one point of time, I must say this to you today, this lobby joined hands with groups in Pakistan on several issues. They worked with the enemy on Kashmir. They worked with Pakistan on projecting India negatively when we faced our toughest time, and for that I will never forget them. I will never forgive them. And these people also worked with Pakistan to promote the Khalistan agenda in the name of a farmers' protest. They did everything that was vile. It was just vile and malicious opportunism. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I say that it's time to serve them back. Prime Minister Modi is in the USA at a time when we as a country have fought and pushed back COVID as well as humanly possible. Prime Minister Modi is in the USA at a time when we are exporting vaccines again. When our Sensex is booming, when our economy is peaking, when our growth figures are fantastic again, and when we have defeated the Chinese in military standoffs. When we are just about to test a massive nuclear-capable intercontinental ballistic missile, Agni-V. When we are providing hundreds of thousands of jobs to the United States itself and receiving and giving tens of billions in private investment. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, when America, battling COVID and weaker than ever before, needs our help, our Prime Minister gets all ready to tell Joe Biden the right way to deal with terror, the right way to deal with the Taliban, the right way to deal with Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I always knew the tables would turn. But did you, my dear viewers, did you know, did you believe in the last few days that the tables would turn? Or at some point of time, did the lobby get to you as well? I'm asking you. If it did, if anything, even if it did, this week should be a moment of true reflection. Please reflect, dear viewers, as the Prime Minister leads this foreign policy blitzkrieg in the United States on one simple lesson, on how remaining steady in difficult times and remaining focused in difficult times is the only way for India. Reflect, ladies and gentlemen, and believe more than anything, please believe that superpowerdom for India is only a matter of time. I come to you with 3 debates today. Debate number 1 is the biggest game changer in Indian defense. As Prime Minister Modi is in America, nuclear-capable Agni-V has Taliban, Pakistan and China completely rattled. Debate number 2 tonight. Public anger growing over the missing, tainted cop Parambir Singh gets VVIP treatment as we track him down in Chandigarh. Is he really missing after all he's done? And debate number 3 tonight. India takes the lead ahead of the big US bilateral. All this and more is coming up. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight. Prime Minister Modi gets down to business, meets global CEOs in Washington. Global praise for the India model. The world's biggest firms say, we are all coming to India. Big bilaterals tonight include Kamala Harris, Scott Morrison and Suga. Biden meeting is on Friday. Pakistan tries its best to raise Kashmir but faces protests in Washington. Baloch citizens hit the streets in America. India is set to test the Agni-V game changer. China and Pakistan complaining about the lethal missile. Wanted all over India, missing for 135 days. Republic tracks him down. Why can't agencies find him? Is Parambir Singh getting VVIP treatment? The nation wants to know. Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister is making a statement of intent in America with an intense and packed 3-day foreign policy trip. And the messaging is absolutely clear. When in India we are set to see the possible testing of the nuclear-capable Agni-V missile around the same time. The timing is impeccable. Pakistan and China are both rattled. Let's debate.
As Prime Minister Modi embarks in his most intense policy trip, meeting the US President, holding Quad meetings and keeping a watchful eye on China and Pakistan.
As Prime Minister Modi embarks on one of his most important diplomacy policy trips, meeting President Biden, holding Quad summit and keeping a watchful eye on China and Pakistan terror.
1, 2, 3, 4, counting up.
In what is a game changer for Indian defence, India is all set to induct the Agni-V missile after a first user trial of the intercontinental range ballistic missile. This lethal nuclear-capable missile is the 5th variant in the series. It has the ability to hit any place in the range of over 5,000 kilometers, covering the entire Pakistan and Chinese territory.
Now, Pakistan's all-weather friend China is not the only nation in the subcontinent that has ICBM capabilities and aren't they rattled.
Developed by the Defence Research and developed by the DRDO, the technology is cutting edge and completely indigenous.
China has the Dongfeng missile. Why shouldn't India have the Agni-V? And why shouldn't we sort of have an insurance policy against a belligerent China? This defies all logic. I mean, the Chinese crying about, saying that India has the Agni-V. Oh, they're aiming it at us. Of course, we are aiming it at China. I mean, who else is there?
It puts India in an elite league with 5 other nations. Now, Pakistan's all-weather ally China is not the only nation with ICBM capability in the subcontinent, and they are rattled for a reason. Pakistan knows it's no match with even its puny Ghaznavi missile with a range of 300 kilometers coming crashing. Or its 750-kilometer range Babar-2 missile, which hit the ground and crumbles within 2 minutes.
As Prime Minister Narendra Modi builds diplomatic momentum against terrorism and expansionist tendencies in South Asia and beyond, India's show of military edge timed with the visit has left Pakistan whimpering and China flustered. Let's debate.
And I can tell you, viewers, China is in full-blown panic mode today on this. The very thought of India's Agni-V. Viewers, this is ICBM with a range between 5 and 8,000 kilometers. Right? So this makes us a missile superpower, and this is completely made in India. Abhishek is with us today. This missile, viewers, changes the entire geostrategic game. And Shazia Elmi, General Bakshi, Gauravaria, Ambassador Stobden, from the Indian side, we have, from the Pakistani side, we have Brigadier Nazir and Brigadier Haris Nawaz, and pro-China analyst, and from Hong Kong, Andrew K.P. Leung is also there. So, implications for the first time right now, implications. General Bakshi, would you like to tell Brigadier Haris Nawaz about the implications? Because they have some Chinese crackers. Even the crackers seem to have gone damp. They don't work. They have something called the Babar 2. Babar 2. Babar 2 crashed after 1 minute and 37 seconds. To the point of crash, it traveled a remarkable distance of 14 kilometers. 14 kilometers. This is from the launch point to the crash site. And this also, Brigadier Nawaz, was after the Chinese gave you many tutorials on how to use the missile. Then you came up with a rocket called Agni-V. The Chinese gave you a rocket, you renamed it Agni-V. Agni-V was supposed to go 200 kilometers, and again that collapsed. So, Brigadier Nawaz, your Chinese firecrackers are no match. You should be congratulating the Republic of India for becoming an ICBM missile superpower with one of the longest range missiles, which completely changes the geostrategic balance in Asia. General Bakshi can tell you more about this. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry. You can keep your Chinese firecrackers for a little while. Maybe you can put, maybe you can make Imran Khan sit on one of them and fire it away, because he doesn't have the money for the flight tickets or his private planes anymore. That's the only mode for Imran Khan to also travel.
In China. I think your Prime Minister can sit on Agni and they can add in China.
If you permit. Thank you. Let's debate in a proper fashion, Brigadier. Arnab, the intercontinental ballistic missile Agni-V is a solid fuel, 3-stage rocket, right? That means it is ready to launch on warning. No liquid fuel, no hours of filling up before the red alert goes. It is a solid fuel, 3-stage missile, 5 to 8,000 kilometer range, 1.5 ton payload, capable of multiple independently re-entry targetable vehicles. That means it is MIRVed, all right, and that increases our missile power by a quantum jump. That increases the throw weight of our missiles by a quantum jump, all right. It can cover almost every major city in China and Pakistan and well beyond, if required, to Turkey and even past Turkey. Arnab, the launch timings of this missile have been most impeccable. The first Agni-V was launched in 2012, right? And we've seen multiple launches thereafter. This is a launching by the user, the Strategic Forces Command. And this is operation to tell the world that this missile is fully operational. And just by the way, Brigadier Nawaz, it has a circular error of probability of 10 to 80 meters. Within Rawalpindi, we can pinpoint the location of your GHQ war room and make sure it goes up and
Amazing.
2 kilometers radius diameter along all sides goes up in holy smoke.
Beautiful.
In holy smoke. Apropos the Pakistani program, Arnab, it is a made in China program. the designs of the first nuclear bomb were given by the Chinese. Uranium for the first 4 bombs was given by the Chinese. The first Pakistani bomb was tested at Lop North in Xinjiang by the Chinese. All right? And, you know, the M9, M11 missiles were given by the Chinese. And then the Americans imposed sanctions. Thereafter, they went to Korea to buy the Nodong and
Now
Taipodong. And very sweetly, they have named it Ghazni and you know, Abdali and what have you.
No, I will. I also want to share the extremely good news breaking now in Republic that as we go to the United States as one of the biggest investors in America. You must understand what we are talking about. Brigadier Harris Nawaz. India is one of the biggest investors in America. You understand the dynamics? We create jobs for Americans. We invest in America. No. I'll complete the point. I'll complete the point. Okay. The point is, I just wanted to tell you that you have something called the Nasser, which you call Hataf 9. The short-range missile. It has a distance of about 60 kilometers. That's the longest range Pakistani missile, by the way. Goes 60 kilometers. Hataf, what is it? Hataf 9.
Should I tell you now?
It's what we use in Diwali out here nowadays. Right? It's what we use in Diwali. It's a Diwali firecracker for us. I just want to tell you, Brigadier Harris Nawaz, you need to understand where we stand now. In terms of defense capability, military prowess, technology, economy, you know, and you must genuinely realize where we are. The Agni-V right now, we can produce 100 in 3 months. That means we can literally have 100 Agni-Vs aimed wherever across Pakistan. We can blow you to smithereens, Harris Nawaz. Just finish you off, you know, wipe you off the face of the earth. It's as easy as that, capability-wise. Now you can please respond. Please do.
Mr.
I'd like to
Arnab,
hear from
I
you.
hope you know.
Of course, I'd like to hear
that
from you.
Pakistan has
We would all like to hear from you.
We have Ghazni 3 with a 3,000 kilometer range. And your inch of Indian, all inch of the area is covered by us. Number 2, your technology is rudimentary. First time you've shown this and you're boasting, how many times you are misfired when you went for the technology? Your technology is rudimentary and this is not reliable. Number 3, remember we have a nuclear tactical missile also. We can use inch of Indian area through air, through ground and through sea. We can cover your areas. Please do remember this always. And never forget that we have Ababil which can simultaneously take 10 targets from the air. So that should be very clear. And then we don't have a design to go intercontinental. We have no threat. We are just using these weapons as deterrents for India. Otherwise, we have no designs to go for offensive. It is for our self-protection.
Which weapon?
And we can play hell of
which
inch of the Indian area with this missile technology and be very clear about it.
Which weapon?
And you know how much we have.
Which weapon? You don't have any weapons.
You are very clear about it, so don't make a wrong statement.
Brigadier Nawaz, I'll tell you, I'm quite an expert on the subject, but Gaurav is better than me. I'll tell you, you don't have any weapons. I'm calling you out today.
You can ask Gaurav, he
One
knows
minute,
it.
I'll tell you.
You can ask Gaurav.
See, Brigadier Harris Nawaz. No, Gaurav knows better. Of course he knows better. He served in the army, but just coming to Shazia for just a minute. You don't never make these kind of comments. Just because people like you, say and get away with whatever on the cartoon network called Geo TV. Now my question to you is, please understand this. You have no technology and you have no missiles. The Nasser missile, which you are talking about, which you have renamed Hataf 9, which is actually Hataf 9. Believe me, I didn't want to do this on television, but मैं कर दूंगा आपको. It is WS2. It is an antique tactical rocket that was disposed by the Chinese army. You know this, I know this, the world knows this. See, you are smiling.
And you don't know that we have all
this is not. You
technology.
Can't take a.
It is indigenous produced technology. Please be very clear. It is all indigenous Pakistan make and also 3,000 kilometer Ghaznavi 3, they cover every inch of India. So
Well, I
get
think
out of
it's
this.
I think it's
first
marvelous.
you're overwhelmed.
I think I'm very proud.
It is
I'm very
first time
proud,
you're
and
overwhelmed
I'm
because
so
you worked
happy.
for first
I
time
am
you're
I am
accepted.
I am in
Yes.
fact, let me
So
say,
be very
so happy.
careful.
Gaurav, I'm so
Be
happy
very
at the
careful.
timing of
Be very
this.
careful.
I'm so happy that
Be
the
very
Prime Minister,
careful.
that we are
We
going to
don't
be
bother
doing
about
this when the
timings.
Prime Minister is in the US. I think the timing is brilliant.
Our
Gaurav,
technology,
Gaurav,
now our technology
Gaurav,
is much
Gaurav.
better than you. Please, you know.
Gaurav, please, Gaurav.
knows
We are debating
and
calmly
your
tonight,
Army
aren't we?
knows that our technology
Yeah.
is much better.
All right. So, Arnab, I'll request Brigadier Nawaz, sir, if I can please speak, sir. I've got 3 quick points to make. First of all, Brigadier Nawaz said that this technology is indigenous. I want to ask all the viewers of Republic, many of you have traveled the world. Have you ever seen a shirt which says made in Pakistan? Have you ever seen a shoe that says made in Pakistan, which is available in America or in Europe or any other foreign country, in Dubai? Have you ever seen any product? Sir, please allow me to complete, sir, with your permission. So this whole thing about that Pakistan made a nuclear weapon or a missile that can travel 3,000, this is all wrong. These are all Chinese missiles. They take antique missiles from China. Of course they fire. Of course they can cause destruction. Nobody's saying that. They don't. But they take Chinese missiles, they paint them green, right? They paint them green. They write some funny name, Gauri, Ghaznavi, Babar, etc. And none of these guys that they are mentioning, Gauri, Ghaznavi and Babar, like the missiles are not Pakistani, even these people on which the missiles are named, even they are not Pakistani. Even they are not Pakistani. Ghaznavi is not Pakistani, Gauri is not Pakistani, Babar is not Pakistani. Your missiles are imported. Sir, please allow me to complete, sir. Your missiles are imported. Their names are imported. The only thing Pakistani is the paint, sir. That green paint and the white paint. That is it. There is nothing else. I mean, and Arnab, why? And I'm not trying to make light of this very serious debate, Arnab. ये 100 करोड़ की अग्नि क्यों पाकिस्तान पे बर्बाद करनी है? 100 करोड़ पाकिस्तानी जनरल को दे दो, he'll bomb his own country. They're absolutely desperate for cash. So this entire thing, 3,000 kilometers, it's our own indigenous technology. Sir, please show me, Brigadier Harris Nawaz, sir, please show me a shirt that sells in a Dubai mall, sir. One shirt that is made in Pakistan. Please show me one brand of shoe that is made in Pakistan which sells abroad, sir. You don't make anything up. आप कमीज बनाते नहीं, मुझसे आप एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, मैं बिलीव कर दूं सर कि आपने 3,000 किलोमीटर की मिसाइल बनाई है. Give me a break, sir. Please give me a break.
27 February, you forgot 27 February, please.
I'd like to also.
Sir, please.
I'd like to also bring in.
Don't talk about 27 February. You escorted Abhinandan to the border. He wore a lovely blue jacket, and you had to send him back because we were going to hammer you. Sir, let's not go there. Let's stick to the topic. Is Agni-V scaring you, sir? Brigadier Nawaz, sir, is Agni-V scaring you?
We don't have design to go into
because it is scaring China.
We can play hell with India. We are capable.
Of course, it's scaring them.
I'm not saying.
I'd like to bring in Shazia Elmi. I'd like to bring in Shazia Elmi, please, on the debate with Brigadier Saeed Nazir. You see, Gaurav.
Exactly. So
the story that is really coming out today and what we need to reflect on. Yes, Shazia, you're dying to come in. Okay, over to you. I'll step back and I'll come in a minute. Yes, Shazia, you want to make your point here. I think the Pakistanis are completely spooked today along with the Chinese.
While the Pakistani brigadier was brimming with confidence and talking about all that they have achieved, you know the truth about Abdul Qadir Khan and what he's known for, their father of nuclear weaponry, and how he stole the centrifuge, the uranium, and how he, how was used in how used it in selling it to Libya and everywhere. So we know the entire truth about your father of nuclear technology. But having said that, if you're so brimming with confidence, sir, and you're so proud of what you have, why is China so spooked and rattled that they have to cite UNSCR 11S2 at this point of time when it clearly does not make sense? When you have been caught actually buying, and this is classified, of course, but everybody knows that none of what you have is, and you are a vassal state, you are a true stage, and which is why you have lost your voice. But China is doing your bidding and the bidding for Taliban at this point of time, which is for everybody to see. So if you are so confident, sir, why should China object to Agni-V and its induction, which will happen soon enough? I do not understand. If everything is hunky-dory and you have nothing to feel worried about.
Actually, Yeah, I'll let.
What is
I'll
so?
let. I'll let.
What is the fear? What is the why is the fear so
I'll let Brigadier
palpable?
Saeed
So I
Nazir
don't
come
get
in.
it. Why should China bring it
I'll
up?
let Brigadier Nazir give his
Each and
point.
every inch of
But
area is
after
covered by
that,
the
but
Agni-V.
after
Of course
that,
you're
I
worried.
have my.
Your boss is trembling.
I'd like
not
Brigadier
just
Nazir
you,
to come in.
not just you, your leaders, your owners, the owners of Pakistan. China is trembling with fear. You're spooked out of your wits. You're spooked out of your wits.
We can fire from ground, we can throw from sea. So we can attack all over, but we are not interested. We believe in peace.
I'll let Brigadier Nazir come in. I would say Brigadier Nazir on the right, please. Brigadier Nazir.
Yeah.
Can I get in a fellow Pakistani from your side, please? One second. Brigadier Nazir, you see, China has been making statements for the last 1 week. That, why is India, testing the Agni-V? We must not test the Agni-V. Allow me to complete.
Exactly.
Just allow me to complete. Allow me to complete, Brigadier Nazir. I'm making a very important point. Very important.
You are on satellite.
I am coming to you after that. What I want to explain to you.
Accidents, major
What I want to.
accidents.
You're saying something to me?
Because Agni can strike at the heart of China.
In the streets.
That's
I
what
can't
Agni
hear
can do.
I can't hear him at all here. I can't hear him.
Capability of Agni.
And let me tell you, if you are asking regarding the origin of our missile system, so let it cross the fence. Then you will come to know that what is its family tree. That will realize you that from where it has got. Then you are calling that what is Ghaznavi, what is Shaheen, and what is such and such Babur. These are our heroes, and they know 800 years you've been under their rule. So that's why we are reminding you that these are the names from which you are scared. So that's why we are calling them as such. And more so, you are calling them crackers. So let them crack, these crackers cross the border, and then you will come to know. As far as your missile system is concerned, they are the Diwali puffs, and they are falling on your head. And naturally, your people were wounded in there. Then the leakage which has taken place in Bhopal. So all these things, you have killed your own people. You have massacred your people. They were on the street
Brigadier
protesting.
Nazir, you are a... Brigadier Nazir, Brigadier Nazir, now, enough. I'm saying something to you. At your age, you should not be such a bitter man. You are a bitter and frustrated man. You are a bitter and a frustrated man. You should have a calm disposition. The experience of life should have taught you a few things. Now I want to tell you one thing, please. I want to tell you one thing. See, stop doing this saber rattling. We are a nuclear power. We have nuclear
It is
weapons.
a reality, Mr. Arnab, it's a reality.
We are so dangerous. 1 minute, please. Let me complete my point, Brigadier. You see, you think that by saber rattling about how you have nuclear weapons, you will go far. Fact of the matter is, you are going nowhere. You have gone nowhere. Nobody blinks an eye. You, Imran Khan and company can keep going on with this whole thing. We are a nuclear power. Never forget we are a nuclear power. Where was your nuclear weapons? We abrogated Article 370. Imran Khan issued a threat. Remember Gaurav Arya? When we removed Article 370, he started crying and he said, remember, we are two nuclear powers. If tensions escalate in the future, then it is dangerous for the entire world. I am saying this to you. We will not take the first step, but never forget that we are a nuclear power. You kept saying it. Did India give a damn? No. Did the world give a damn? No. Did anyone give a damn? No. Fact is, we don't give a damn. No, we don't give a damn. No, Brigadier Haris Nawaz, I'll tell you one more thing. Please remember this. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, yeah? 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. On 12th of August, you took a Chinese missile surface to surface, some 150 kilometers. Did anyone give a damn about Ghaznavi? No, because for the whole world, that's a firecracker. Nobody with any brains nowadays does a press release when they test a firecracker. You are the only country that issues a press release from the Ministry of Defense when you test a firecracker. You understand? I don't want to insult you. I don't want to sound insulting.
No,
Babar. Okay, Babar. He says Babar right now. Babar.
Arnab,
maximum range of Babar 450 kilometers. Your National Engineering and Scientific Commission hailed the contributions and says it's an enhancement of Pakistan's strategic capability. Did anyone in the world give a damn about it? Did anyone react to it? Did anyone, did even Maldives react to it? No. Nobody gives a damn about you. I'm sorry, Brigadier Nawaz, I'm giving you some examples. You can go on and on, say we are nuclear capable, nuclear armed. Does anyone respond to you anymore? Just think about it. Brigadier Nawaz, 1 minute. Brigadier Nawaz, 1 minute. I can't hear you. Can the volume be higher, please? I'm saying something to you, Brigadier Nawaz. I'm asking you one thing. Simple. Look at me. I'm asking you one thing. Listen to me. See, Brigadier Nawaz. Can the volume be higher? I want to hear it. Does anyone react to you? You keep saying, no, we are a nuclear power. Does anyone care? Does anyone seem
Yes, you care. You are worried. India is worried. Your country's your soldiers are worried. Your government is worried. No one else. Your government is worried. That's why you keep bothering and interfering in Pakistan affairs. What are you doing why you creating problems? This is the issue. This is what is the wrong thing you are thinking of. You see,
what problem?
Just I want to say one thing. Whatever 1 minute,
and then I'll keep quiet. 30 seconds.
Give me a 1 minute. Give me a 1 minute. Then I'll allow you to speak definitely. The point is, please remember, if you want a nuclear war, you understand there's only one Hindu state, India, only one state. Muslim, there are 57 countries. Pakistan will wipe off, you will gone, but Muslim will remain. Please do remember, never think of war.
Then he pulls out
nuclear
a Muslim
war
card.
is devastating and Pakistan don't believe in it. That's why we have never tried it. And we never think of it. It is you are provoking anything. Right. That's the issue.
Understood, sir. Understood, sir. Now, can I respond, Brigadier Nawaz?
I'll let Gaurav respond to that.
I'll not respond to this. I'll not respond to your argument about Hindu state and Muslim state because the world does not think like that, sir. Any educated person does not think like this. We are 57 countries. We are Muslim. You are Hindu. Nobody talks like that, sir. This is the 21st century. I mean, you're still stuck in the 14th, 15th century, sir. Hold on. I want to tell you, sir, very quickly, Arnab, 30 seconds. This is the story, Brigadier Nawaz, of two Abduls, one Indian and one Pakistani. We also had a hero called Abdul. His name was Dr. Abdul Kalam, and we are so grateful to him. And a grateful nation made him the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and the president of India. And your Abdul is in jail. Abdul Qadir, the father of your nuclear program, is in jail because he was caught selling nuclear secrets. He was caught selling fissile material. He was caught selling nuclear technology illegally, sir. Am I right or am I right? Our Abdul Kalam is our hero. Your Abdul Qadir Khan, you put him in jail because he was a thief. And that essentially is the story of two Abduls. One Indian and one Pakistani. And the story of two Abduls is also the story of India and Pakistan, sir. That's all I'll say. You put him in jail, sir. Jail mein hai wo. Abdul Qadir Khan ko jail mein dal diya for proliferation. What are you saying? Sir, our Dr. Abdul Kalam was a great and respected person who was the President of India and the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, sir. That is the difference. Your Abdul Qadir Khan was a thief and you put him in jail. You put him in jail. Parvez Musharraf put him in jail, sir. Parvez Musharraf put him in jail. Why did
now on the context of many people, viewers, and I'd like to bring in Ambassador Stobden. I'd like to bring in Ambassador Stobden and Andrew KP Leung. I'd like to bring in Ambassador Stobden and Andrew KP Leung. The news point today, the visuals which ran right now, those pictures of the Prime Minister in the United States today. Andrew, Ambassador Stobden. Andrew, you see, we have completely neutralized China. And the bigger problem that you will face right now, you as in China, gone are the days when the narrative of Asia was written around China. The narrative of Asia, Andrew, are you hearing me, Andrew? Can you hear me?
Yes, I am.
As you see these pictures and the kind of diplomacy in India as the power projection, thank you very much. You see, we have a growing and young population. Okay? We pushed you back when you tried to do that stunt in Ladakh. Okay? The most important thing is that you're weakening economic power. your economic clout is weakening. You are much weaker today than before. Okay, technologically, economically, in terms of growth, right? China was, you know what you did? You were manipulating the ease of doing business rankings. You cheated. You cheated. You tried to manipulate, and you were caught red-handed trying to manipulate the World Bank's group's ease of doing business rankings. Why did you have to do that? Because you are a declining economic power. Jack Ma is in hiding. Technologically, you are falling. Okay? You are no longer in the top 2 startup markets in the world. You are going down in terms of manufacturing. India is one step behind China in being the most sought after manufacturing destination. We have overtaken US in August to reach the number 2 spot. What I'm trying to tell you, and Ambassador Stobden can take it further with you, you are falling, India is growing. And that's why you're panicking about things like the launch of our missile. You get my point, Andrew, and then it's between you and Ambassador Stobden. I just want you to reflect on this.
Please?
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, first of all...
please, absolutely.
Well, first of all, as far as the missile is concerned, of course, China has long developed long-range ICBMs. According to the Pentagon, China's ICBM has a range of over 10,000 kilometers, covering the entire United States. But let's not, the point I'm trying to make is not very productive, trying to go into a shouting match, ridiculing other countries. Now, all this shouting match does not change the fact that both India, Pakistan, and China are nuclear power nations. And no one wants a nuclear war. I mean, not the United States, not China, not India, not Pakistan. Now, as far as the
come on, Andrew.
Is concerned, China is now the second largest economy.
Andrew, you don't want me shouting at you, so I'll say it very gently.
Compare with India.
I'll get Ambassador Stobden to debate with you.
In 1950, China was as poor as India. But now China's economy is 4 times larger than
Andrew,
India.
listen.
And is about to overtake the United States, according to the UK think tank, because of the quicker recovery from the COVID-19. It's going to overtake the United States in terms of GDP sooner rather than later, by maybe 2028.
Andrew, don't fool yourself. You know,
the
the biggest problem. 1 minute. Okay. So if you are anyway, I'll let Ambassador Stobden respond to you. I'll just say one thing, that if you are doing so well, why were you paying bribes to manipulate the ease of doing business rankings? 1. B, if you are doing so well, how has India overtaken the US to become the number 2 manufacturing destination in the world? Right? Think about it. And don't be a hypocrite. You talk about nuclear powers. I'll say one thing to you, just to push you back, and I'll then hand it over to Ambassador Stobden. You are talking about nuclear powers,
India overtaking
and you are talking about United Nations Security Council Resolution 1172. You are talking about UN Security Council Resolution 1172. Allow me, please, Andrew. Don't get angry. UN Security Council Resolution 1172. If you're not going to listen, how can I? If you're not going to listen, how will I speak to you, Andrew? Now you got to listen. No, you got to listen to me, Andrew. UN Security Council resolution, which your foreign ministry spokesperson was quoting, also restrains Pakistan. You were supplying Pakistan with a powerful tracking system to speed up the development of a multi-warhead missile in 2018. You are violating UN Security Council resolution 1172, and then you're quoting 1172 to us. Don't be a hypocrite. I'll hand it over to Ambassador Stobden.
I agree, Arnab. I don't know why China is so rattled by Agni-V launch missile. To me, it looks like that, the table has turned. I agree with you. Since last year, June, China can no longer bully India now. We have achieved credible deterrence, and China is worried about it. Number 1. Number 2, the Chinese are unable to stop India going ICBM capability. They have tried very hard. either through the United Nations or lobbying with other groups. But today it shows that they have failed and they cannot stop India achieving these goals. So I think it's an incredible event that has happened, especially during the weeks when we are celebrating the Prime Minister's Seva and Samarpan, the celebrations. And so I think it's a huge security defense heft for India that we have reversed. We have changed the course of direction in Asia. I don't think Pakistan is an issue. Pakistan is a non-issue for me. China is certainly a country of a serious concern, and therefore this ICBM Agni-V missile capability is a huge, huge achievement, and I think it's a gift for Prime Minister's birthday that we are celebrating this week, in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So China is simply rattled, and I think they are trying to front for the Pakistanis. They themselves have, I agree with Andrew, the Chinese have the capability, more than 5,000 kilometer range of their own missiles, but they are simply fronting for half-hearted, of course. They are not fully supporting the Pakistanis. It is a performer, voice they are raising for the Pakistanis. They have their own compulsion to stop the terrorists in Xinjiang. So they have to do that. They have to pay lip service to the Pakistanis. They will do that. They will continue to do that. Plus, they have to keep the ISIS and many other people in good humor. So the Chinese have the compulsion to keep them happy at the cost of India's achievement. So this has been going on for ages. They have been trying to stop us at NSG. Now we are MTCR member. They cannot really stop us doing anything on the missile front. So I think for China to go ballistic on this issue, I saw the statement and also an editorial by the Global Times trying to raise a lot of alarm bells about India going, ICBM, which is really a futile exercise, and India will continue to achieve that. Thank you.
I think the other point, that's absolutely brilliant. The other point is, and General Bakshi can pick it up, you see, for Pakistan, firstly, General Bakshi, I think things are changing very fast, and this is the real lesson about the Prime Minister's trip. Things are changing so fast, and you'll be even happier, Haris Nawaz, because we will be inducted very soon into the UN Security Council and the Nuclear Suppliers Group. This bid has been thwarted by China because the rest of the floor nuclear weapon states, US, France, UK and Russia, have time and again reiterated their stance on India joining the group. India has got an official waiver, right? The US has backed India's entry into the NSG in 2008. You understand that, follow it or not, Brigadier Haris Nawaz. France has said, which is one of the nuclear weapon states, has reiterated support for India's entry when the matter was discussed during the Indo-France bilateral consultations on disarmament, non-proliferation and export control. So the point is, you need to reflect. Where are we and where are you? You see the distance between Karachi and Delhi today, in real terms, is 1 billion kilometers.
I now understand.
You get my point.
There is no difference between Karachi and its New Delhi.
No, you understand my point.
Range. You know, it is just 200 kilometers to 300 kilometers from Lahore. Please understand. And be mindful of that. If you can hit Islamabad, then your whole of...
You don't get it, do you?
India can be hit anywhere, everywhere. So don't
General Bakshi is not getting it.
To go for
He's not getting it. No, you are not understanding. You need to understand the way... Okay, General Bakshi, he's not understanding the way geostrategy works. He's not understanding a simple point. He's not understanding a simple point. Economy, defense, missile technology, entry into UNSC, Modi's visit to America. It's all a game changer for India, but he's not understanding, or he's pretending not to understand.
You have got nothing. We are not
General Bakshi.
Agni-V, Agni-10 because our missile technology is hitting every area.
Brigadier Nawaz.
That's where covered.
Brigadier, can we kindly have some decorum in this debate? Kindly. Thank you. Brigadier Nawaz, may I point out to you one thing as a military professional to another. I am trying to tell you that your country, geographical space-wise, is 1/5 the size of India, right? Even if the number of nuclear weapon warheads is almost the same. The simple fact is India's 120, 130 warheads hitting Pakistan will destroy you to oblivion. आपके अगले 800 साल एक दाना अनाज का नहीं पैदा होगा. Your missiles will be spread over 5 times larger area. India will survive. Can I please finish? I mean, why do you have to talk over one another? I can't understand what you are saying. I'd like to listen to you. I'm trying to give you a very important military piece of wisdom. The second point is, you are extremely delighted about your tactical nuclear weapons, which are sub-kiloton. That Chaudhary fellow of yours keeps talking of 1.5 pow, 2 pow ke bomb. Don't joke. Don't joke. Any nuclear release will be considered by India as a full-fledged nuclear release. We will retaliate with weapons of 1,000 kiloton and more. All your arsenal, as per the American top experts, is just 10 to 15, 10 to 14 kilotons. Those are peanuts. When you get a 1,000 kiloton bomb,
I look forward to sharing more good news from the US soon, and of course on the missile test as well. So keep watching Republic for that. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, the tainted Parambir Singh. Multiple cases, lookout notices, a person accused of extortion, fabrication, of being a blot on the uniform, the worst kind of corruption that anyone in government service can carry out. That's the kind of allegation against this man Parambir. We've traced him, but the agencies have not. Now there is anger growing across the entire country. No Aam Aadmi would be spared this way. This systemic leeway for Parambir is a national shame. I'm opening up the phone lines, ladies and gentlemen. No more leeway for Parambir. That's the debate at 10 in a few minutes.